नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणीम् नमोऽस्तु ते व्यासविशालबुद्धे फुल्लारविन्दाय तपत्रनेत्र येन त्वया भारततैलपूर्णः प्रज्वालितो ज्ञानमयप्रदीपः प्रपन्नपारिजाताय पुत्रवेत्रैकपाणये ज्ञानमुद्राय कृष्णाय गीतामृतदुहे नमः। सर्वोपनिषदो गावः दोग्धा गोपालनन्दनः पार्थो वत्ससुधीर्भोक्ता दुग्धं गीतामृतं महत् वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं भीष्मद्रोणतटा जयद्रथजला गान्धारनीलोत्पला शल्यग्राहवती कृपेण वहनी कर्णेन वेलाकुला अश्वत्थामविकर्णघोरमकरा दुर्योधनावर्तिनीं सोत्तीर्णा खलु पाण्डवैरणनदी कैवर्तककेशवः पाराशर्यवचः सरोजममलं गीतार्थगन्धोत्कटं नानाख्यानककेसरं हरिकथा सम्बोधनाबोधितं लोके सज्जनषट्पतैरहरः पेपीयमानं मुदा भूयाद् भारत पंकजं कलिमलप्रध्वंसिनः श्रेयसे मूकं करोति वाचालं पंगुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवम् यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्र रुद्रमरुतः स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं सामगाः ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तं न विदुःसुरासुरगणा देवाय तस्मै नमः यस्यान्तं न विदुःसुरासुरगणा देवाय तस्मै नमः। Now we go to Bhagavad Gita. Om Shri Krishna Paramatmane Namaha. Atha Ashtadashodhyayah. Shri Bhagavan we have to do from verse number 20. That's we read 19 and we read 20. We'll have to do from verse number 20. So before we go into this 20 onwards, about 6 verses, there are certain things we have to understand very clearly before we proceed further. Unless it's clear here, Gita will not work for you. Okay? Let's be very clear on that. One must know, why am I learning Gita? That must be very clear. What is the situation? And what brings me to this learning? And how is the teaching imparted? This should be very clear. And the status of Bhagavad Gita itself must be clear to you. It is not some book to be kept inside. Take it out every Vijayadashami, do puja and put it back inside. On Janmashtami day, take it out, do puja, put it back inside. Don't waste space. Gita is to be heard. Shravana. You have to hear it. You can chant it, learn to chant it, but the Gita unfoldment, the teaching has to be heard Guru Mukhena. If you try to read and understand yourself, you can chant, that's no problem there. But if you try to read translations and things like that, it will not work. So let me give you a simple example. There's somebody who was born blind. I've told this story several times. He has never seen anything in his lifetime. So he's pretty old now. But at that time, there's a breakthrough in ophthalmologic surgery. And the doctors have come up with a new technique. If they do a very small incision, small operation, not even a big one, we can make this man see again. The surgery is over. They have kept the room in the dark. And then they tell this person, please open your eyes and see. Now this man says, doctor, I trust you. But how will I know that if I open my eyes, I will see? What will you tell this patient? The doctor will say, next door there is a mental asylum. Let's go check yourself there. Can you give me a guarantee that when I open my eyes, I will see? It's called a pramana. Open your eyes and see. There is no other source which will come and tell you, you open your eyes, you can see. Eyes are meant to see. If there's otherwise no problem, you should be able to see. In the same way, suppose you come and ask your teacher, what is the guarantee that if I study Gita, it will work for me? You have to study it properly. It is a Shastra. Shastragya api, even if you are a Shastragya, such scriptures, Swayam na kuryat. Don't do it on your own ever. Don't try to figure out, it won't work. It's a pramana, it's a means of knowledge, and the Guru has unfolded for you. Okay? This example also I've given very many times. Very many times. I love this example. You come to my house, you are regularly visitor to my house. And I've told you about my cousin. Okay? My cousin who lives abroad. And I've told you great stories about him. And he has now come to India. And I've told you, look, he'll be in India today, tomorrow, next 3-4 days. Please come to my house, you can meet him. Let's say his name is Mani. Okay, I said, Mani Mama has come. You can come and see him. And you decide to come. Then you reach home, I'm not there. I've gone out for some work. And Mani Mama is there. So Mani Mama welcomes you. He makes you sit down. He says, I'm Mani Mama. Then you all sit and chat. And then my wife makes you coffee and things like that. After a long chat, I come home. And I tell this person, oh, you have met each other, is it? This is Mani Mama. You were all along experiencing Mani Mama. But you did not know this was that Mani Mama. The US Mani Mama, about whom I was telling the story. In the same way, you are experiencing yourself all the time. आपको अपना अनुभव हर क्षण हो रहा है. You are experiencing yourself all the time, your own self. But what you don't understand is, this is the Atma that you are experiencing. The Atma that you are experiencing, this is that Atma. There is not separate Atma. This is the Atma. So without knowing, you are experiencing yourself. And what is the purpose of Vedanta? Gita? Make you understand you are experiencing yourself all the time. You are the source of everything. I am very happy. Where does this happiness come from? Hey, from this bottle. There is a bottle of cleaner. No happiness comes because yesterday it cleaned well, today it stopped cleaning. So it was happiness yesterday, today no happiness. So this is called anatma. And it does not have the capacity to give you permanent peace and security and happiness. I am the person who uses this and experiences happiness. I am the source of happiness. This is just an abhasa, a teaser. This cannot give me happiness. I upgrade it to anything for that matter. Swargaloka can give you happiness to some extent. It is an abhasa, teaser, trailer. Because you are the source of happiness, not Swargaloka. So, the entire scriptures, the first thing is revealing yourself to you, your Swarupa to you. And that takes place in your buddhi. And for that, and then it is revealed to you in the form of Shravana and Manana. You have to listen and then reflect. And for doing Shravana, Manana and assimilating the whole thing, you must do Nididhyasana, Nididhyasana. For that, the buddhi must be in proper shape. So, Jnana Prapti is your goal. Jnana Yogyata Prapti is your second level goal. First goal, Jnana Prapti. Second goal, preparatory sadhana for Jnana Yogyata Prapti, eligibility. These are the main two things in the Bhagavad Gita. And how to get Jnana Prapti? From a Guru. Guru will teach you. And the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is the teacher. Krishna unfolds the teaching to his Shishya Arjuna. And what should you do for Jnana Yogyata Prapti? Karma Yoga Upasana. Only two sadhanas. Everything is fit into this. In the 18th chapter, we are doing a summary of the whole thing, of what happened between chapter 2, verse number 11 to chapter 17. The entire thing, first Sankshipt, then Vistara, then Sankshipt. In chapter 2, it was given in Sankshipta, then Vistara. Now in chapter 18, again Sankshipta. Sangshipt, Vistar, Sangshipt. This method is being taught. Okay. He is first saying, like it or not, you will look at yourself. Okay. I am Atma, but when you open your eyes, you see this body. Body, mind, sense complex, so dikhta hai. You can't wish it away. I am not this body. Body won't go anywhere. It is still there. You will be sitting intact in this body. I am not the body. Unless you understand, it won't work. So Krishna, at the first level, is in this 20 onwards, verse number 20 onwards, is going to explain to you first how you look at yourself. Then, based on how you look at yourself, how do you look at the world? And based on how you look at the world, what are the actions that one gets to do? So this will be the subject matter. So I look at myself in three ways. I am so and so, son of so and so. My father's name, mother's name, brother's name. Where were you born? This place. What's your gotra? This. All that story. Now, I have a name. I have a series of relationships. What have I studied? Something. What are you doing now? Retired. What were you doing before? Working in an institution. How do you see yourself? How do I see myself? Aging. And if your life has so far been good, you will say, okay, yeah, I'm okay with my life. But suppose you have a lot of problems. You will say, I've been always struggling. Even when your life has been good up to a point of time, say even till today, you can have a struggle now. Now you can have a struggle. Okay? Life can be bad all along. I won't call it bad or good. You have had unpleasant experiences all your life. It can be good now. So how do you look at yourself? I am this name, this is my height, this is my complexion, this is the age. These are my ailments, these are my plus points, and these are what are your strengths. They ask you in an interview, no? What are your strengths? This is a resume of my body. Science also confirms it. It does not go beyond the body. Okay, there is a lot of what they'll say there is fat there. There are other nutrients here, there are chemicals. That if you take a small one blood test, it will tell you so much about your jadakam. What is there, what is not there, what should be there, what should not be there. It will give you a big list. So that is the you. How else do you look at yourself? How else? I have to do something. Otherwise, nobody will respect me. I get married, children, struggling all my life. I've never known it. When I know a little peace, my children don't listen to me. This has been my life. I never have enough. I've saved enough, but your what do you call inflation has eroded my savings. Mind is no longer working. I forget my own name at times. So these are the things happening. And then I was born on such and such a date, and I don't know, someday I will go. That much is sure, someday I will go. Every born creature has to go someday. Someday I will go. I only pray that I should go without much pain. And after I go, people don't do Shraddha for me. These are all, this is the way I look at things. I get upset when something happens. I get very happy something happens. This is called Tamasa Buddhi. Looking at yourself only materially. It is called Tamasa Buddhi. It doesn't say it is wrong. It is called Tamasa Buddhi. Then you go see a movie. Okay. Yeah, come out, two of them see the movie and come out. One fellow says, "How kaisa laga this?" Fellow, "They boring here. What movie?" This fellow says, "What nuances, what dialogues, what excellent photography." This is what you are all boring. No jinga jinga song and all these things. Maza nahi hai. Movie remaining the same. One fellow looks at it for entertainment. The other fellow says, "What philosophy?" Did you see the last scene in the way this man put his hands in his pocket and walked away? क्या बड़ी बात है? So one is called tamasa, way of seeing things. They're materially looking for entertainment. बीच में पॉपकॉर्न निकल से पॉपकॉर्न खरीदा पॉपकॉर्न खाने भी नहीं दिया. So tamasa, nothing wrong, but it's one way of looking at myself. Now let's look at the second way of looking at myself. The second way of looking at myself is, am I just this body? Is eating, drinking, growing fat and dying, is that my only goal? Earning some money, make some children, have a house. किसी को गाली दो, किसी से गाली खाओ. Is this all my life is about? So he inquires. When he inquires, he gets some knowledge. What's the knowledge? You are not this body. You are a jiva. You are a jiva who lives in this body. You are an indweller. So body is a vehicle for the indweller. And how should the indweller live? The indweller should live pursuing certain things in life. It is not important how much I earn. It is important how I earn values. It is not important how many countries and how many properties I have, but how I handle these properties. What is my attitude towards these properties? There is the thought process. Then you also think, now I am growing older. Is there something to look forward hereafter? आगे भी कुछ करना है क्या? हाँ कुछ कर. नहीं मरना है. So if death was your goal, you need not have been born at all in the first place. What kind of goal is that? Born, die. Why born at all in the first place? So these kind of thoughts come. Is this my only birth? Or were there several births? Somebody will come and tell you, yes, you had so many births as old as this yuga or even before. This Chatur Yuga, how old it is, that old is your number of births you have. And this will continue till end of Kali Yuga. So I have got births, I have had births, I will have more births. I can go to heaven, earn punya. If I earn enough punya, I can go to heaven. I can, even if I earn more punya, I can go even higher. If I work hard, I can have a lot of money. Even without working hard, by cutting some people's throat, I can still make some money. So this is one type of thing. People should recognize me. People should call me a generous person. People should call me, what is that? An accomplished person, a saintly person. So I put tags in front of myself. So this is one type of living, one type of looking at myself and the world, and that is called Rajasic attitude towards oneself. Now comes the third way of looking at oneself. All my achievements in the world, whatever, will not give me 100% or permanent peace, security, and happiness. Whatever I do, I am become drida, physically strong. Drida, balishtaha, buddhiman, and I am Raja of the whole world. It is called, one unit of Manushya Ananda. It is Manushya. I own this world. I own everything here. I am Drida, I am Balishtaha, I am Buddhiman, I am strong, I am Buddhiman, I can handle all kind of challenges. It is called one unit of Ananda. 100 times of that is called Manushya Gandharva Ananda. There is one loka called Manushya Gandharva Loka. You see now on your TV, Superman, Spider-Man, vagara. Superman, if you are Superman, more Ananda than ordinary man. No, no. It is called Manushya Gandharva Ananda. Beyond that, there is another loka called Gandharva Ananda. वो Superman का भी बाप है. It's not my imagination. It's available in Taittiriya Upanishad. It is Gandharva Ananda. गंधर्व का आप ऊपर देयर इज अ देव गंधर्व आनंद. वो गंधर्व से भी गंधर्व से भी ऊपर है. देव गंधर्व आनंद. एनीथिंग अबव? यस, देव आनंद. देन इंद्र आनंद. इंद्र ओन स्वर्गलोक. कितना आनंद होगा? इंद्र आनंद. But Indra Ananda's higher Ananda is Brahaspatir Ananda. Brahaspati is Indra's Guru. So when Guru comes, Indra will say, ISR, right, ISR. Like that it goes on. It says there that whatever Ananda you get in this objective world by possession, by accomplishment and things like that, it is 100 times the previous fellow's Ananda, and the same Ananda is available to one in Taittiriya Upanishad. They come Shrotriyasya cha akamahatasya, one who knows the reality behind happiness, and one whose desires are under his own control. His happiness is higher than all the other happiness put together. So I go to a shop, somebody opened a shop. He says, I'm opening a gold shop, sir. You should come give my stock to my staff. And I gave a talk to the staff and he said, sir, out of this shop, you choose any one item, sir. We want to give it to you. So I looked at all the items. My God, bracelets, earrings, nose rings, Okay, this one. Crown. And they put something here. Oh, my God, amazing. I looked at the whole shop. I said, give me gold. Yes, sir, gold. Yes. You are showing me ornaments. I want gold. Give me gold. Sir, tell me gold and what? I said, gold and what? Nahi, I want the source. I want gold. So you are telling me, Indrananda, go to Indraloka and have an Ananda. I am saying I am able to see that happiness as I being the source of all happiness. I am the source as a subject. This kind of thinking is what is called sattvika attitude. When you look at this world, you don't want to become anything hereafter. You understand what you are and you are able to relate to the world as it is. Something comes to me, fine. I work for something that comes to me, fine. And what do I work for? What do I desire? I don't desire to own anything. My ultimate content is I must be free from the desire to own anything. A desiring is a bandhan. It gives me a happiness and happiness. I want to be free from the desire to own itself. हमें कुछ नहीं चाहिए. I don't want anything. I don't want anything. So that is called sattvika ananda. Sattvika attitude in life. So can you be a person with a, let's first come down. This is the book definition. Now can you be tamasa? We don't want to be tamasa. So from tamasa, we can drop tamasa, move to rajasic, becoming more inquiry oriented. We can become more inquiry oriented. Meaning what? I want to be rich. Everybody wants to be rich. But I want to earn my wealth properly. Okay. I just don't want to be rich like that. I don't want to take bribes and etc. and become rich. I want to be rich properly. है ना बोल? I want to be able to be a charitable person. That's all there. You can be like that. I want to earn the name of being a good man. So this is called rajasic attitude, which all of us can have. I want to build a temple. I want to build a satsang hall. One fellow told me, sir, I'm going to apply for some position abroad. They are giving me a huge salary. So when I come to India, I will build one ashram for you. I said, chodo yaar ashram. More trouble than all this. So that fellow wants to build something for me. So I built an ashram for you, sir. I said, I'm not doing Vedanta every day. I'm doing it once a week. Why do you want to build an ashram for? So this is called rajasic attitude, which all of us can have. And gradually move to sattvic attitude. What does the sattvic attitude? Very important. I want my house to be decluttered. I don't want to have anything which I have not used for the last 6 months. I don't want to add on to my assets or whatever you call as assets. I don't want to add on to my network. Okay, no reflection on anybody. I mean, you have, yeah, contented. But I will give you a slightly different word for contented. Okay. For example, each one of you you have an instrument in that there is one app called WhatsApp. Tomorrow morning when you get up, WhatsApp is not working. आपकी हालत क्या होगी? You'll all react. Everybody go to some place and say, WhatsApp working, WhatsApp working, WhatsApp. Krishna is waiting for you. Chalo, I'm going to take you to Goloka Vrindavan. And then you पहले WhatsApp work करने. One small app has controlled your life. Like that, so many things are controlling your life. So many objects are controlling your life. So many groups, you are member in so many groups. Why can't you have just one membership? Not reflection, okay? I'm just thinking. Why can't you be in one group? There is one group you don't participate at all. Every morning you got delete all. But when I ask you why are you there, say just in case. Just in case what? Just in case what? Why can't you come out of all groups? There was a fellow who gave me a great information. I said, why are you in so many groups? He said, sir, when tomorrow something happens to me, if they put in one group, they will put in the whole world that I am gone. I am no longer there. I said, you are dead and gone. What does it matter whether people know or do not know? Are you going to come back and check? See, this is called cluttered mind. After I'm dead and gone, people should know me. Who's there to appreciate all? So decluttering and prioritizing your desires. What are my desires? Decluttered, I have one desire alone. Peace, inner leisure, no conflicts, capacity to be objective about my pain in life. Pain is inevitable. Okay? Sorrowing is optional. Pain आएगा. Even as I was talking, I just 1 hour ago I was doing some programs. As I got up, I knocked my hand on my chair. Oh, 40 minutes, my God. Krishna himself came and to see me. Oh, that was, I saw all stars. Pain is inevitable. Suffering is optional. So can I declutter my buddhi? Can I declutter things around me? That is one attitude. That becomes sattvika attitude. Individually, we can all come to this. Now, based on these attitudes, how will my knowledge work? That's what Krishna says from verse number 20. पढ़ते हैं verse number 20. श्री भगवान उवाच सर्वभूतेषु येनैकं भावम् अव्ययमीक्षते अविभक्तं विभक्तेषु तज्ज्ञानं विद्धि सात्विकम्. All verse. सर्वभूतेषु येनैकं भावमव्ययमीक्षते अविभक्तं विभक्तेषु तज्ज्ञानं विद्धि सात्विकम्. Vidhi, no. Satvikam jnanam. What is the nature of Satvika jnanam? Tat yena ikshate means one sees ekam avyayam avibhaktam acha sarva bhuteshu. One whose vision sees Ishvara everywhere. You see Atma everywhere. It's called Sarva Atma Buddhi. Is it possible to look at everybody same? No. But what does he mean here? Okay, imagine you're a Mahagrahasti. Okay. There has been so many families. I've seen a family, there were 16, 14 children. And the elderly couple did their Satapisheka and things like that. 14 children. 14 their children with their husbands, spouses, and each one an average of about 2 children. So 14 plus 14, 28 plus 2 children. Just imagine the size of the family. And they do their program in a huge hall. What is the attitude of this elderly person? One fellow is successful, one fellow is not so successful, one fellow is ill, one fellow is does not have certain abilities, one person is sick with something, one person has not done anything at all. What is his attitude? Samadarshanam sarva bhuteshu. Everything has come from me. For me, everything is just the same. So he will call his rich son and say, hey, your younger brother does not have anything. You have got 10 houses. Give one to him. He will say, he is your brother. You have to give. That fellow will say, no. Sui ki no ki jameen mein nahi dunga. Can be. But at sarva bhuteshu, I want to give. As a one, I'm not seeing difference at all. I am seeing undivided whole in my children, grandchildren. I'm seeing. This is a Sattvika Bhava. Extend it to the whole world. Meaning, the house is no longer something you want to own for the sake of the house. House is for what? Dwelling place. Gives me a permanent dwelling. Nothing else. Rental means I have to change every 11 months, 12 months, whatever. House means, own house means I can stay there. Okay, now suddenly that area has become water scarce area. Can you stay there? The same house that gave me happiness now giving me unhappiness. So what is my attitude? The whole world is the world of objects. Objects cannot give me permanent peace, security, and happiness. But objects are useful for me. It doesn't say reject the objects. It only says don't get emotionally attached to the object. I can't live without this. I can't live without this object. It definitely, when I bought this house and it came in, I felt very happy about it. But if I'm going to be so attached to this, a small crack will take away, crack my happiness. Objectivity. What is objectivity? Gifted to me by Ishvara. My fortune, I have got this house. I will be able to live in this house as long as possible, comfortably, without disease. I want to have an arogya life. What is arogya? Physical arogya, physiological arogya, emotional arogya, financial arogya, spiritual arogya. I want to live an arogya life. During my lifetime, I want my children to do well. Have you changed the script here? From wanting to own everything, you have grown into I am contributed. From a consumer, I have turned to a contributor. I have all along been consuming. Now I have become a contributor. I am contributing initially to the well-being of my family. I would mature enough to contribute to the well-being of everybody. See, there is a very rich man in the world. Very, very rich man. $42 billion is his net worth. अरे कितना zero है, I am not able to calculate. So $42 billion में, let's say, he has about $1 billion in cash. Rest of the thing are in assets. Okay? So if he himself were to look after his own assets, with these $41 billion, I have provided jobs to people. So many families and grahastis are running because of me. That itself is a Sarva Atma Bhava. I've invested money and increased wealth of the whole world. Now this $1 billion I have in cash. That also, can I contribute to empowering people, empowering environment change, protection, education. That's why you see all these multimillionaires after a point of time, they start a foundation and they want to contribute to the world. So, a person with an attitude of contribution and not consumption has a Sattvika Bhava. Contribution not just to the family. Contribution goes beyond the family. Such a person is called a Sattvika personality. Okay, let's look at what is a Rajasa personality. Pritaktvenam tu yajnanam, Pritaktvenam tu yajnanam, Nana bhavan pritakvidan, Nana bhavan pritakvidan, Vetti sarveshu bhuteshu, Vetti sarveshu bhuteshu, Tajnanam vidhi rajasam, Vidhi, no, Rajasam jnanam, Tat. That knowledge is called Rajasa Jnanam, Yajnanam, by which Veti, one sees, Pratak Vidhan, Nana Bhavan, Sarva Bhuteshu, and Tu Prataktvena, The fellow sees things as different. My family, others' family. Okay. My family, I will first take care. Charity at home. I will keep contributing to my family, but before I learn to control to others, give control or contribute to others, I will have certain agenda. What is the agenda? I will contribute provided they are from my community. Big problem. I will contribute only if they are from my nationality. I will contribute if they are from a friendly nationality. Certain people I don't like, I would like. I will spend my wealth for the welfare of people who I like. See differences. It can be seen everywhere. A very rich man. It's so rich that unbelievably rich fellow. I just can't imagine that kind of wealth he has. So that fellow has so much of property, and he made an announcement. I've got so much of property. Hereafter, everything will be given to the people. How will you give to the people? Make people stand in queue and give to them? He said, I will register a trust. And from the trusts, we will take applications from eligible people and then give. Okay, who are the trustees? My wife, my two daughters, their husbands, they are the trustees. Ye kya hua by contribution? They don't condemn this. Okay, at least he is contributing. This is called Rajasa contribution. I will contribute to my people who listen to me. And after getting my contribution, they should say Stuti. Hare yaar, this person is such a great person. There are stories also. One day they say Krishna, and Krishna was asked by one somebody, who is the biggest giver in the world? So the Pandava said, naturally Yudhishthir. He said, okay, let's have a test. So he called Yudhishthir, he called Karna. Don't ask me where, which episode, after Mahabharata. It's a story I write. So Karna or Yudhishthira. So both were given a huge pile of gold. They said, give it. Whether we will see it is Sattvika Dhanam or Rajasa Dhanam. Dhanam, not Dhanam, Dhanam. Yudhishthira said, Dandora, everybody come and stand in a queue. I will be available at the palace gate. I will have that balance scale. Put gold, and against that I will put something, I will give it. I'll keep giving. And you please stand in a queue. Krishna said, great. Let's go and see what Karna is doing. Karna piled all the gold in front of his house and he left. He said, at the end of the day, I don't want to see one piece of gold here. Who is a bigger contributor? Who is a Satvik? So many of us are willing to contribute, but is it Satvik or don't stand on judgment. If you are Rajasic, change some portion to Sattvika Dhanam. Some portion. I will do only for my group. So, out of 10 people, 9 people from your group. One group you do from outside. Sattvika Dhanam. This is called Rajasa Dhanam. One, I will do it for selected people. Selectively I do. You give me, I will give you Dhanam provided you give me some honor. What honor? I must get a title, a label here. You must put a label. He is a, what is called? Kaingarya Shriyon Mani. You must call me that. That nobody can donate like me. This is Ahankara. Okay? Ahankara contribution. So it is called Rajasa Jnanam. Even some fellows gives to Patashalas and he says, you know, I give to 1,000 Patashalas every month. Ahankara has come. Thousands of students are studying because of my contribution. I have made 165 doctors, 85 so and so. How many have you rejected? Rajasadya. Look at 23. Third one. Niyatam Sangarahitam Aragadveshat. 20. 122. Yeah. Yattu kritsnavade kasmin. Yattu kritsnavade kasmin. Karyasaktamaya amaya karyasaktamahaitukam atatvartha vadat alpam atatvartha vadat alpam cha tattamasa mudahritam. Okay. Tamasam. Tamasa knowledge. Tamasa contributor. Udahritam stat is said to be. Okay, see, Krishna is not sitting on judgment. You are. He's saying said to be. Satvika is saying very good. Such a person is. When it comes to Tamasa, he's only saying said to be. He's being objective. He is not condemning it. Udahritam tat yattu saktam, who is attached ekasmin karye, to the individual body. Kritsnavat, as though it is whole. Everything belongs to me. Okay? Ahai to come, unreasonably attached. Atatvartha, untruthful. Cha alpam, petty. Beautiful word. Beautiful word. Okay? I get you. I get you a job. Okay? I get you a job 25 years ago, and at a salary of about 7,000 in a real life case. Okay? I get you a job, 7,000 rupees salary in 2001. Now in 2026, you are retired. What's your position? The company I got you into, where you joined as a trainee, you are the Southeast Asia MD of that company. What is your annual salary? About 1.25 crores. And what is the corpus you have made? About 25-30 crores. What am I in comparison? Nothing in terms of finance. He has outstripped me in terms of finance. Now what becomes tamasam? At every available tamasam. At every available opportunity, I mention, this fellow was selling chai. See, today he has become 1.25 crores. If I were not there, he would have never come near. Even the thought is enough to make you tamasic. Your attitude towards life is that. Then you might not want to tell him, but every available opportunity you will tell others. I made the person, in exchange, you know what he got me? He got me one packet of cashew nuts. That's all he got me. I got him a job on his retirement day. He had earned 1.25 crores, 8 buildings in the city. And that fellow gives me a box of cashew nuts, sir, for your birthday, sir. Or some jalebis for me. He lived in Dubai, he lived in this place, he lived in that place. Okay? So many places, but not once did he even call me home or offer me a big holiday. This is Tamasa Buddhi. What is a Rajasa Buddhi? Usually a fellow has achieved a lot, but I have did a lot for him and he recognizes. What is a Satvika Buddhi? He will say, I will introduce him to somebody. Good fortune, he has grown. Sir, what does he give you, sir? Why should he give me anything? I gave him something. I did not give him. Ishwara Anugraha, something fell in place. See, the postman who brings a promotion letter to you, it's like that. I just introduced him some people. His pratibha, he grew. What will I tell about that? Satvika. We are all divided into these sections. Our buddhi is also divided into these kinds of buddhis. What is to be given up? Tamasa buddhi is to be given. Give it up. And you can't move from tamasa to sattvic straight away. Tamasa buddhi you give up. Move to rajas. You can say, and then you can, at some point of time, you can also mention, hey, this fellow was, I never thought he was so good. I never thought he was so good. But see where he has reached. See, Sachin Tendulkar has reached such a position. Who's his teacher? Coached him? There's a person who coached him, Achrekar, Ramanath Achrekar, or somebody coached him. On the day of his retirement, he says, Ramanathji, at least now you say well done. And Ramanath did not mention one word that I coach Sachin Tendulkar. Then another fellow says, अरे कुछ उसको आता नहीं था, मैंने उसको बनाया. They didn't know anything. He couldn't speak English properly. I taught him. So even if you see the events going around the world, it is as a saying in Tamil, a crow came and sat on top of a tree, and a coconut fell down. The crow thinks, because of my weight, the coconut fell down. This is how the this crow thinks. Somewhere someone shouted, somebody resigned. And this fellow says, in 48 hours, I will make you. Pure tamasic. No growth at all. No mental growth at all. So grow from tamasa to rajas. Evolve into raja, into sattvika. So that is in the first three paragraphs, first three verses, 23 we have seen. When we meet next week, we will see. Bole Shankar, Jai Shri Krishna. Swasti prajabhya paripalayantam न्यायेन मार्गेण महिं महिषाः गोब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यं लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु काले वर्षतु पर्जन्यः पृथिवी सस्यशालिनी देशोऽयं क्षोभरहितः ब्राह्मणाः सन्तु निर्भयाः सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतंगमय ओम पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ओम शांति 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 श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरि ओम सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय
जय हो जय श्री कृष्ण
जय श्री कृष्ण राधे कृष्ण
थैंक यू सो मच
ओम नमः
Jai Shri Krishna. Jai Shri Krishna. Thank you so much.
we will meet
थैंक यू अंकल